Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. First, I'd like to start by saying all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harkadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Now, this lesson is based off this video. It says Dr. M urges Muslim nations to consider gold barter trade to beat sanctions. Slakia. Published on December 21st, 2019, in a press conference after closing the Kuala Lumpur Summit 2019. Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad said Muslim nations should consider trading among themselves in gold and through a barter system as a safeguard against any future economic sanctions on them. Right, man? The U.S. has been putting sanctions on certain nations, which eventually affects all the nations that are dealing with that specific nation. And a prime example is Iran, and the guy is going to mention that in this clip. So I'm going to go ahead and start it without rambling on and just bring out a couple scriptures.
About gold dinar. So how do you view this? Will be this physical money back?
Salakia, I got it hooked up to the car radio. Turn it off. Hold on, give me 1 second. Start it over. Here we go. Say it want to be difficult. 1 second.
Physical money backed by gold.
Right.
About gold dinar. So how do you view this? Will be this physical money backed by gold or cryptocurrency? And will there be any meeting among the central banks of the Muslim nations soon?
Well, actually, we now have to use one currency as an international currency almost. That is the US dollar. But the US dollar also is not stable. Sometimes it is stronger, sometimes it's weaker. But gold has got a certain value for all countries in the world. Now, if you use a gold as a standard, which was what it was at the Bretton Woods, if we use gold as a standard, we can call our currencies by whatever name, but they must relate to the value of gold in your country. So if you know the value of gold in your country and the value of gold in the trading partner, then we know how much gold is worth during the trade. And that we can call that a gold dinar as a standard. And that is what was proposed. And I think we should study this very carefully because today we are hampered by having to use just one currency for international trade, the US dollar.
You talked this morning about the sanctions.
Right. And, he's right. The nations are supposed to be using gold and silver. The U.S., when it established the Federal Reserve, used that as a way to control nations, mess with the value of money. The elites trying to hoard up all the real money, the silver and the gold, and that's been hindering nations, from flourishing. I think the word to use hamper. It's been hampering nations, and that's been stopping them from flourishing, so to speak. But yeah, I'm gonna just bring the scriptures in on the U.S. real quick. I can't find the one I was looking for, but this one should be all right. This one is all right. This is Leviticus chapter 19, verse 35. You shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, in meat yard, in weight, or in measure. Just balances, just weight, and a just ephah, and a just hin shall ye have. I am the Lord Yahweh your power, which brought you out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe all my statutes and all my judgments, and do them. I am the Lord. Right, and that's coming back, man. A just weight, a just balance, having the real gold, real silver once the kingdom of heaven is established. But Esau took the way that the money was supposed to be ran out, man. Because the law that was given to Israel was supposed to be governing the whole world, and Esau is supposed to be Jacob's brother and be supposed to be following after it. They claim that they are a God-fearing country, this, that, and the other, but that was a lie. Esau is the devil, according to the Bible, and he don't want nothing to do with the scriptures, man. Which is the reason why this world is the way it is, man. This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1. It says, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. Right, and a false balance, man. The American currency is a false balance because, like he says, you can inflate it or you can deflate it, man, whenever you want to. And that's what the elites do. They inflate the currency and deflate the currency, man. Another good thing to look into is the Bretton Woods. Also, that's another good thing to look into. But this is Proverbs chapter 11. Oh, Proverbs chapter 11, verse 4. It says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. Right, so the money that the elites are hoarding up, that's not going to save them, man. When that time comes, all that gold and that silver is going to be given back to the children of Israel, and the elites are going to go in slavery, man. Right, Esau and his elites and those that remain when Yahushua and the angels and the Lord get out order, come back, man. And then the rest of the nations, they're gonna go in slavery also. They're gonna serve out slavery for 1,000 years, and Esau gonna be put to death, man. The whole nation, man, gonna be wiped out. So
against Iran and the blockade imposed on Qatar. How do you see the continuation of this, specifically the continuation of the blockade against Qatar from 3 Arab countries?
Well, we don't believe in sanction. We don't actually point out the specific cases. But sanction is a criminal act because you not only punish the country concerned, you punish other countries as well. When they applied sanction to Iran, we lost our market, and Iran is a big market for us, and trade between us has been reduced or almost reduced to nothing. So this kind of thing can only be done by strong countries. Weak countries like...
right, because the USA is the bully and the wicked of the world, man. This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right, so Esau is the wicked, man. He runs this world, man. He covered up the faces of the judges, the top judges, Yahushua, man. Or Yahweh. Then Yahushua, Then he covered up the prophets. He got the angels as being white, man. This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Right, the righteous are the Israelites, man. You know, starting with the elect, man, because the rest of Israel is wicked at this point in time, man. When the kingdom is established, the elect are going to start out as the kings of the world, man. And they're going to birth back the 2/3. But the world is going to be ran by the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, which is righteous. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. That's why it says, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. As you can see here in mourning. The whole world is in mourning because this devil is ruling right now, man.
Malaysia, I would like to apply sanction on Mr. Trump, but I cannot because I am a small man. But he can apply a sanction to whole countries, and we all suffer. So this is democracy at its worst. While they talk about democracy, promote about freedom of speech, freedom of this and that, they themselves deny democracy to other people.
I have a question. Ultimately what's getting these nations to rise up, man. It's the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, because it's prophecy. But at one point in time, these nations couldn't just rise up and say what they wanted to say to America. Gaddafi got put to death for trying to do what they doing, man. You know?
About the views on the Malaysia as the investment platform from the Muslim countries, because a few days ago we have signed a few agreements with those potential countries in terms of the aerospace and other sectors as well. So may I know how much could be the potential value for those investment from these countries, and how do you foresee, the participants of those countries, and how do they foresee Malaysia as the investment country that they want to penetrate in the future?
The Muslim countries are very, very rich, some of them, and but the area that they can invest in Malaysia is at the moment quite limited. For example, we can have investment in the production of defense equipment from some Muslim countries. That is one way of investment. We also need to have inflow of money to perhaps invest in property, in finance, in many other areas where those who have the capital can invest. Those countries which are poor, they should be ready to accept foreign investment, especially, of course, if they come from the Muslim countries. We are not rejecting investment from non-Muslim countries, but we feel that Muslim countries so far have not invested enough in other Muslim countries needing their investment. So we hope that as a result of this conference, many more Muslim countries who are rich enough to invest in the poorer countries. Thank you.
Yep, and eventually what's going to happen is them nations, them Arab nations, this is the start of them coming back together, and it's been happening for quite some time now, you know, but they're ultimately going to raise up against America through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, and shoot missiles on America, right along with other nations. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 28. It says, behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth. that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. That's talking about the Arab nations. Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall come forth, Salakia, shall come forth as the wild boars of the wood. And that's talking about Iran. Iran is Elam, according to the scriptures, but they I don't want to say indulge, but they practice the religion of Islam, you know. So Iran, right along with them Arab nations, are going to come together to fight against the U.S. This is back at 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 30. Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians, which is talking about America, man. America took on the philosophy of the Assyrians, man. That's why it's being known as the Assyrians. It says, and then shall the dragons, which is the Arab countries, have the upper hand, remembering their nature. And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. Right, them Arab nations practice the religion of Islam, man. So they're gonna come together according to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. But that's all he's saying in this clip, that they're gonna come, that they should come together, you know, which the end result, after everything is said and done, is going to end and eventually the battle of World War III is going to happen, man. So with that being said, all praise to Yahweh by Shem Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the work into church and sincerity and truth. Shalom.